So the stone circle, John, do you know where that is? I can't find that.
Well, there's an amphitheatre down there.
What's that?
And you can actually see 4 of the towns, because you can see Longton over there, you can see Stoke, you can see Hanley, and you can guess, because where Tunstall is like over the top of Hanley and Burslem slightly to the right of it, but they're over there in that direction kind of thing. A company called St Modrins and Stoke Regeneration, by the coal board, who obviously didn't want it anymore, gave it to them to have houses or industrial estates built on it. It was always earmarked, you know, it was earmarked then to have houses built on it. So when they suddenly put that up, everybody objected like hell to it, including myself. And I only just bought my farmhouse over there, and all of a sudden somebody wants to stick all these houses all the way around me. So I said, whoa, this is not good. But then I didn't quite save it. The government saved it to a certain degree, because they suddenly said you don't need to build on brownfield sites, you can go and build on lovely greenfield sites and nice green fields. Of course, all the developers then said, well, we're not building on here, there's too many mine shafts, there's too many all this stuff. So the value of it dropped dramatically to about 10% of its original value, at which point I said, well, if you don't want to build on it, do you want to sell it? And they said, yeah, we'll have a bit of that. So I bought it off, knowing that, and I mean, they'd already bought the land any road. They decided this was too expensive to actually do. They were already going to build here and build out there anyway, so I didn't really, this become too expensive really, so they chose not to do it.
Facilities were designed, so I do feel free to use those as well.
And you're very wet. No, this is my way.
All of that.
Walked all that.
We've walked all that, and
All that. Walking that.
way.
Yeah, so that's a cloud. One of those coming with the clouds, isn't it?
What? We're walking there tomorrow?
Yeah.
The cloud tomorrow.
Them with their funny hats.
On that hill. Down there.
That blue one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe like a CCTV camera
I thought it was
with the cows?
the spirits. Yeah.
Of course.
This is good on the will be. Oh, I did see a bird in the pretty blanket. It was black with what?
So yes, just as we were talking about
Wouldn't it?
Oh my word! Yeah, so I took so much time.
So low.
Okay.
Obviously landing.
Interesting area.
Looks like Mordor. Yeah, it really does, doesn't it?
Us on the hill, like we're going.
We're going. We said, didn't we? It felt like we'd left the Shire and we'd got to Middle-earth, and now we're reaching Mordor.
You can see Mordor in the distance.
Yeah.
Like, not long now.
Little mantis. The saviours of the spring.
fellowship.
Like we were like, okay, we need to go help these people, these cells.
I don't really know.
Say that again.
Yeah, you guys are doing great fractal work.
Yeah. Thank you.
If we knock our toe, the pain signal sends a signal throughout the whole body and changes the way the whole body moves, so you start to limp, you know. And we are as significant as a little toe cell, changing the whole way the whole body moves. And that's why when we connect to our sense of significance, we can make huge changes in the whole universe just based on our signals directly of the body.
Yay. Thank you. Right.
And they're all, it's all significant to Manchester's history. Manchester used to be Manchester, mannerism. It's two breasts in the middle of Manchester. Then the men came in and made it Manchester. And the cathedral used to be St Mary's and now it's St George's. So there's a lot of us trying to get Manchester back to Manchester. Trying to bring the feminine back in. It's getting there. But actually it's more about the balance. It's not about bringing the feminine back in, it's about the balance.
I love it when people pose for videos. I'm filming you because you're moving.
I've got one of Poppy's as well. From Colesfield, yeah. And we were having that meal and a video.
Watch her age over the walk. Oh, the suckers.
Rewilding. This has been coming out for the last 2 decades. Yeah. And if you left it, it would take over all of the fields. It's absolutely beautiful. It's my favourite path in Manchester.
This is magical.
Japanese knotweed. Bad.
I got a form to say I have to renew it for my expired on 70th birthday.
Another day and another amazing setting. We are staying by the boathouse and we're by this beautiful lake next to a stunning hall, which I'm going to walk up to now and get a cup of tea. That's where I'm sleeping tonight. It's week 3 and yeah, we've got 2 weeks left. It's been one hell of a week. So this week has been the crunch week, which is when feel like we got really clear about what's actually going on here. And we had some difficult times, moments of conversations. The weather's got harder as well. We're definitely up north now, and it's definitely autumn, and we're, you know, finding our way. We had a really amazing honeymoon period for like 2.5 weeks, which is a long time, and it just goes to show what an incredible group we are. Someone said today that they think we were all witches in a past life, and that we were all found a feather. But that's interesting. I said it just at that point. It means you're on your path, your destiny path. We are. It feels like we've all come together. Some high magic is at foot with this work, and that's what has come through. So we did a circle where we all shared what our intentions are for COP and for where we're at now. And the intention that came through was to listen, which is what we were, you know, originally doing, but also that there's something beyond words that we can't describe that is happening, and it's something to do with love and truth and beauty and kindness and gentleness and cyclical and listening and compassion, but none of those words fit. It's not enough. None of those words are enough. And we realised that what it is that we're birthing and we're doing here is ineffable. And that's what we're bringing to COP. You know, we're bringing that heart space that's beyond words. And it feels so important and powerful. Like, that feels so powerful. We don't have the answers. We don't have the answers. We don't know how we're going to shape this future. Like, we don't know how big the shit show's going to be, and we don't have the answers as to how to stop it or fix it. But the one thing we can do, the one thing you have control over, is what you make it all mean and how you behave in all of this. In these given circumstances, how you're going to show up. And what we're doing is we're doing that heart work and that internal work and supportive work together as a group, so that we can show up with big open hearts, full of compassion, full of love, listening, holding and supporting anyone and everyone. That's what we're doing, and that's what we're bringing to COP, and that's what we are birthing into this world with this work. Because I do believe that we are, like, you know, in terms of moving forward, like, what was the next step in our evolution as humans? You know, aside from everything, what would be the next thing for us to do? We've done enough linear. You know, we couldn't really go any further out. Like, we already know that the universe is massive. It's infinite. Like, how much further out can we go? How much further in can we go? Like, we can't go much further into the atom. It's all very exciting, but it's kind of like the frontiers, like, kind of got a bit lackluster. The actual new frontier is in the cyclical, and that is the air from our lungs making carbon dioxide that then is breathed in by the trees, that then comes back to us as oxygen. It's the microorganisms in the soil that goes into our gut and is the bio what's the word? Fauna in our stomachs, you know, and that they're symbiotic. It's all of these relationships to each other. I don't know how. Okay, this is our stately home. I'm trying to work out where the tea room is. This is where I live now. Where's the tea room? I guess it's probably up the side here. So yeah, how we it's the cyclical, and really what we want is not to like go from linear to cyclical. What we want is to find the balance between the two, which is also the balance between the masculine and the feminine. And we've been walking these Ellen Linus lines, and the Ellen line is the fiery female, it's the warrior, it's Artemis, it's long ginger hair and antlers, it's the wild woman, and she's fucking angry, and she deserves to be fucking angry. She's been raped and pillaged, she's had so much fucking shit done to her, and she's fucking angry. And then there's Belenus, the Linus Belenus, and he's the sun god, and he's King Arthur. He's this non-toxic, beautiful masculinity, gentle leadership, but bloody strong, you know, nothing weak about him. He's the golden light, he's Aslan, he's the lion, he's sunshine, he's summer, he's beauty, he's a fabulous golden mane and a big beard. He's a beautiful being, and I just love this. This is lovely. Yes, thank you very much. I can't see a tea room though, and I've just found wall, so I think I might have missed the tea room experience, or maybe it's over there. I'll keep going, maybe it's all the way around. But it was really interesting this week because within our crunch moment, like, we all kind of came to a head, and it was like, what are we doing, who we are, you know, like, things had bubbled up, and it was like, what are we doing? And a big bit of the conflict had been between me and Anna, who's the other co-creator of this project. You know, we are on the same page. You know, we want the same thing. We care. We both are like upset about what's going on in the world, and we both want to make a difference. And yet she's been on the front line of the climate fight for 20 years. And she's basically got PTSD from it. Like, she actually knows how screwed we are. And it's very hard to be that aware of how bad it is, and, you know, be able to kind of feel into this gentler heart space and feel like that's actually really doing anything, you know, because of course I fully get how hippie it is, fully get that sounds hippie and nonsense, and how's that going to help? But the thing was, like, she came to us like 10 days ago, and it was really jarring, and that was kind of why we all sort of came to a head, because it suddenly felt very unsafe. And it was like, you know, what's our messaging, what we're saying at COP, what's our aims, like, what's our theory of change, you know, all of these things, like, how are we going to do the marketing, what's our messaging in the marketing, and all these things feel really at odds with what we're doing, because what we're doing is feeling into this heart space. And she wasn't doing anything wrong, she was just doing outer world stuff, you know, and that outer world stuff is there, that's what we do, that's part of life, and it's important. But what we do that, you know, it wasn't about that we needed to come to her and meet her, because we do that all the time. When we're not on the pilgrimage, that's the world we live in. We've all been there, we've all just come from there, we spend our lives there. But what throughout the course of the week happened was she came to us. And by the end of the week yesterday, she did this incredible speech where she was just like, I get it, and I get how important this is. And when we get to COP, yeah, we're going to do our performance, and we've got a fucking great thing up our sleeve, and I can't wait to share it with you. And yeah, we're going to do this amazing thing. But really what we're doing, we're going to be creating a platform where Indigenous leaders are going to be able to work with us, and we're going to be able to support them to have a voice. And we're going to be looking after them while they're with us. And we're going to be able to do that because we're going to be in the right headspace and heart space. Not headspace, head's not going to be involved. We're going to be in the right heart space to be able to do it, because we'll have done this work, and we will be able to connect and share on an incredibly different level than normal. And it's amazing. We got a Joanne! Yay! And how apt that we've met where?
Pendle Hill.
Pendle Hill. Pendle Hill. We're at the summit of Pendle Hill. There we go. And what a massive hill it is.